I didn't know if I wanted to share this because it happened so long ago, and I didn't want to hear, all the questions and all the people, and all the doubt. I don't look. I'm too old for this stuff. It happened, and if you don't believe it, that's fine. Okay. So here we go. This happened like almost 40 years ago, and it occurred in California. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with the road that goes from Palmdale, California to Yucca Valley. And for a while there, you're going with these hills of just sand, dirt, and nothing. There's nothing. It's just sand. Like no lights, no people, nothing. It's a miserable drive. If you get stuck out there, and back in the day, we didn't have phones. Nothing. So a friend of mine, Jack, made a deal with another friend that he would trade his RV and his conversion trailer. It was like a truck bed that was made into a trailer for a good running truck. That was a good deal because I know the truck that he traded it for. It was a good deal. And we just had to drive it out to Yucca Valley. Okay, so he's like, "You want to go?" Of course, I love drives. So we went and we're driving and we got a late start, so it's getting dark, and I thought, well, my eyes are burning, so I went and I laid on the couch that goes long ways behind the driver, and I hear him a little bit later. It's dark out, and he's like, Brandy, get up here. I'm like, why? What is it? What? No, you need to get up here and see this. What am I looking at? So I get up and I'm looking, and it was like these red lights. They're about a mile out, and there was 4 of them, and they're just like going in and out like this, separate. And then they all came together and made one big one. And we're like, what the heck? So he slows down because he's like, maybe it'll go away. But when it went and made it one big one, 4 more came. And so I rolled the window. I rolled the window down. It was like long ago to look up, because by now they're hovering above us. And I'm looking up, and I don't see anything but the lights. So he goes, I just hear him go, "Oh, F it," and piles on the gas. He's like, he's gonna outrun them. So we're going. I'm freaking out. I roll up the window and everything, and while he's going, I hear this big bang out the back of the RV. So he's like, "Go see what that is." So I'm trying to keep my balance because he's driving like a bat out of hell. So I get to the back window, and I notice in the middle of the truck bed in the trailer, there's this spark. And so by the time I turned my head and I said, "Hey, there's something sparking in the middle of the truck bed," which is impossible. There was nothing back there. And I turned my head back, it's flames. I'm like, holy crap, it's on fire. So he pulls over real quick and jumps up. And by now, we don't see those things. Those things are gone. The lights are gone. We're still freaking out, right? So he gets the what do you call the thing for fires? Fire extinguisher that was right there by the door. He gets it, and he's standing at the back door, and I'm standing there with him, and he's like, okay, and he puffs up his chest and he goes, "All right, let's go." So we opened the door and we ran out the back, and he is trying to put it out. It took him a little bit, and he jumps on the trailer, and it's almost out, like it's almost out, and I'm not gonna, there's no way I'm gonna stand on that ground by myself, so I jumped on too, and I'm just standing on the hitch, and he gets in the truck bed, and he goes, "What the heck?" And it's these metal pointy like shards, like metal, and he thought it was going to be hot, but they were cold. And he's like, "What the," And so we hear something. Now I have my flashlight with me. I grab my flashlight. We hear something about 40 feet off in the distance behind us, over on the more on the this side, and I flash my light over there, and I don't see anything. So we said, well, let's go in. Let's get in the RV, and then we hear something again. So he grabs my flashlight and he flashes it, because it sounded like somebody was scraping their feet on gravel, but it wasn't like feet. It was like that. And so he flashes the lights, and I could tell he was scared, because the lights going like this all. I mean, he was lighting up everything, and we see these mounds, these big like sand mounds. I don't know if there's like 4 or 5 of them. I don't remember. I don't remember. I just remember seeing these mounds, and he's like, what the heck? And then they start coming to, like, the mounds start coming towards us, like in our direction, not close, but in our direction. So he's like, oh crap. He grabs me, and we jump off, and we run towards the door, get in the RV. He slams it. Oh, we were out of there, and we're hearing all this bangs and things hitting the RV, in the back of the RV, and everything like that. And I'm like, don't stop, let's go. So we get to, like, we're driving, and finally the banging stops, and now we're close to the next town, and the RV is sputtering. It's like and he goes, I don't know what's wrong with it, because I just had it serviced. I did all this stuff to it. It was in really good condition. And so we stop. We're looking out. We're looking all over the place. And we get out, and he checks the back, and he goes, you won't believe this. And so I come out there, and the tailpipe has been like curled up like this, and is facing the RV, like it's flat and curled up. And he goes, what do you think did that? Oh yeah. That's when we ran. The reason we ran so fast was because behind these mounds we saw something go like that, and it was like this diamond, these 2 eyes that were diamonds like this, and they didn't go like this. They went like this, like that, and then disappeared. So that's what made us go, oh shit, and run. So we're looking, and there's scratches and dents on the back of the RV, and the glass, the screens are all ripped, and the rubber is hanging. And he's like, oh my gosh. So we get in the RV, it's running. We get over to our friend's house, and our friend's house is like, he's like, what the heck, what happened? And we tried to tell him, but he doesn't believe us. So we're just like we're just gonna go to bed. So we went to sleep. The next day, our friend comes in both the rooms, and he's like, hey, you guys need to get up. What happened? And so we told you what happened. So we go out there. This thing, I don't know what can scratch glass, but it was like etched scratches and dents in this RV. And there was this, like, I can't describe the handprint. It was like it's like something slapped it really hard and put a dent in with these little dots. And needless to say, after, and he kept those shards for a while and then got rid of them. And I wish I could have gotten them, but he said that he was afraid his kids were going to get him, and they gave him blisters. And dang it, I wish I could have got those from him. It could have been monumental.